Hey, folks, it's time for the Mike North 5-minute half-hour news brought to you by the Village of Rosemont. Behind the desk today, got some serious news. Been, dodging some things, but you know what? Sooner or later, you got to get to it. First of all, right off the bat, right off the ticker, Newt Gingrich's campaign staff has quit. His whole senior campaign staff, and I'm talking about some players who were around during the Bush years. Differences of campaigning, differences. He's the guy that threw Ryan under the bus a couple weeks ago with the healthcare situation. Didn't think his plan was good enough. Well, now he's supposed to be running a campaign, and he doesn't get along with anybody. It seems to me at one time he was the wonder kid from the GOP. Now he's just a pain in the ass. It's time for you to move on and look for him to resign his position of being maybe a probable presidential candidate shortly. Casey Anthony cried yesterday for the first time because they showed pictures of Kaylee Anthony's skull, her bones. Some of them were on TV, very graphic. Look, they know now that there was no nanny. They know now, if you've been following this case, that she's a big liar. They have found out that, there was something in that trunk. The father, I don't believe, ever did anything to her. Basically, her brother says now there was a second story about the nanny. This thing, if she gets out of this, they should just get rid of the criminal justice system. All eyes and all fingers are being pointed at Casey Anthony. And you want to know something? She's going to get the chair probably, or the gas chamber. Hey, Arizona fires. Now you think you hear about fires, right? The Arizona fires, they say the fires going on now, half of the size of the state of Rhode Island. They're just sweeping through Arizona. It's dry. Why would you build in these areas? People live in the middle of the woods. Not only do you take away the habitat of some of the animals, but there's wood all around you. I don't care what kind of fire protection you have. It's not going to work. So who knows when those fires are going to be put out. But it looks ugly on television, and it is not stopping. Terrell Pryor leaving Ohio State University. Haven't talked about that too much either. I didn't want to touch on this until today being Friday, because what a scumbag this guy is. He took down the coach. He took down the players. He took down the university. Didn't try to hide anything. In it for himself. And then he thinks he's an NFL quarterback? Let me tell everybody this. I would also say they were like 34-5 with Terrell Pryor. Not once did I say, God, that's an NFL quarterback. Not once. Okay? Maurice Clarett, to me, has a better chance of making it as a big-time player in the NFL than this goof. And by the way, Maurice Clarett, got to be thankful for Terrell Pryor. He replaces him as the official bad boy now, along with Jim Tressel of Ohio State University. Hey, man, some sad news in the rap world. Ro Rita got a DUI. Ro Rita, spelled R-O-R-I-D-A. As soon as I figure out who he is, I don't know why they ran with it on the crawl, but Ro Rita, who is Ro Rita?
It's Flo Rida.
Okay.
That's the name, Flo Rida.
But why don't they spell it with an F then?
I think they do. It's Flo Rida.
I thought I saw Ro Rita. My eyes might be going on me. All right. You know what? If I'm wrong, keep it anyway. Anyway, Howard Stern has a brand new his own comic book. That's when you know you've made it, ladies and gentlemen. Not if you live in a big house. Not if you have nice cars. Not if you've had a movie named after you called Private Parts. Not any of that stuff. A comic book where Howard swoops in and takes care of all the evil in the world. So think about that. And by the way, Zach Galifianakis, I was upstairs watching him. He told Keisha her music is bad. Just said, your music sucks. So that's Zach Galifianakis making friends and influence people. What did I tell everybody about the game, huh? Unbelievable. And also, the weather, going to be better than it was yesterday. No question about it, folks. So you've been listening to the Mike North 5-minute half-hour news. Hopefully you'll have as good a Friday as I had today. I woke up with both feet on the ground. I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare. You got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.